I've been saying this for years. What is TP really? The kids are hurting. They went through trauma and abuse. They're miserable. And what we're going to do is, first step is, as long as you don't like them or they think you don't like them, you can't bond. So we do full acceptance that they feel these two old people, mom and dad, like me, not love, like me genuinely more than anyone else in the world. Your NKN, as it has on the chart over there, goes up, 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 up to 100. Now they're totally comfortable. In order to do that, you have to do some crazy stuff to prove acceptance. Now you have the relationship. NKN, 70, 80, 90. What are you doing with the relationship? Flood their lives with unearned, undeserved pleasure and fun. This is really the secret of TP. That's why you look around the class. Our group of parents has the nicest complexions because you're coming back from Jamaica and Aruba and all of these fun places, and you're going on Venice Beach and all of these places. Why? Because the world knows, and it's crazy to me that the therapy world and the psychiatry world, even though they're saying take medicine, but also, I think this kid needs a vacation. I think that going to Disney World will really help. Let me tell you a true story. All my stories are true. Parents were here, and they were sitting in the chair, just like you parents, and the father got a call. His suicidal son threatened to go on the roof and kill himself. He tells me, what do I do? So I said, first of all my disclaimers. I can't, chas v'shalom, it's not foolproof. Don't listen to me. I said, you want to do what the rest of the world says? You call 911, you go down there, you get the, do everything normal. He says, I did that so many times. We're doing this for years. What would you do? So I said, I'm not taking any achrayus. You have to do 911, and But the truth is, thank God, b'li ayin hara, Hashem should help us more. We've never had a suicide, and we have so many sick kids. I said, you want to know what I would do? Off the record? Off the record. You're not going to blame me if it doesn't work? Not going to blame you. Sign here, sign the disclaimer, okay? All right? I would go to Disney World. Nobody kills themselves in Disney World. The guy ran, picked up his son, went to Disney World. This is many years ago. This is in the old place before we moved here. The father sent me a picture recently of him and his entire family, and his son is there with a beard and a yarmulke, alive, very much alive, and from. It's years later. It's unbelievable. Why? Because he went to Disney World. So how come even therapy, even though they believe in what they're doing, but why don't they tell parents, by the way, this kid has such a miserable life, this kid is so depressed, pump him up with some fun. Why isn't that a part of it? All of a sudden, today, look at this article. The world is starting to wake up one person at a time. Here we go. Psychiatrist prescribes new mental health treatment, Disney trips. I'm always saying Disney, right? Years and years and years. I'm saying Disney. People are happy in Disney. You spend a few days there with Mickey and Donald. You don't want to die for those few days. Now listen to what he says. Mental health has emerged as a dominant concern for our society. Every day, people and psychiatrists alike search for their own cures today's mental health issues. One doctor has taken a new approach for his patients, trips to the Disney parks. Pupperish reports that Psychiatry Today's Dr. Sanders, that's a chashava guy, has begun prescribing his patients week-long trips to either Disneyland or Walt Disney World. Dr. Sanders explains that while the trips are still optional, being surrounded by the positivity and manufactured joy at a Disney park can have profound effects on your mental health. He said, quote, my patients have the choice to take trips with their family to help promote positive changes in their behavior and develop lifetime memories in the meantime. I usually suggest my patients purchase an annual pass to make sure that they're able to continue on their path to managing their emotions. Dr. Sanders seems to believe the psychological studies which state, quote, humans exposed to environments encompassing the patient with positivity and experiences that are enriching have changed the outlook for their patients. Disney parks are examples of such positive and enriching environments. The real world power of Disney magic. Now, we are not psychologists at Inside the Magic. I guess that's the place that gave out this story. But you do not have to be a medical professional to feel the positive effects of a visit to a Disney park and what it can do to one's mental state. In fact, we can attest just by our own experience, from cracking your first smile in over a month at the first sight of Mickey Mouse to catching your second wind on Main Street, USA, after being completely slumped on the monorail ride from Epcot and an early afternoon at Food and Wine. Disney parks, especially their Magic Kingdoms, can have a truly magical effect on your mental state. The mental health treatment seems to have always been Disneyland's mission on some level. Walt Disney himself, his commencement speech states, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here, age relives fond memories of the past. And here, youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world." And the Walt Disney Company follows suit to this very day with its mission statement. The mission of the Walt Disney Company is to entertain, inform, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, reflecting the iconic brands, creative minds, and innovative technologies that make ours the world's premier entertainment company. Bottom line is, this is what we've been doing. People think that when you work hard and you earn money, you deserve a break today at McDonald's, right? You deserve a vacation. No. When you're in bed and depressed, when you're dysfunctional, and your life is full of pain and triggers, what's the opposite of pain? Pleasure, fun, excitement. You put it in the calendar, we're going in a month. They have something to look forward to. What's on your kids' calendars? Right? Yet they're too busy to get a license, right? No time for that because they're dysfunctional. But they have nothing to look forward to. In a month from now, we're going to Disney World or Jamaica or any fun place. And we do this several times a year to pump them up. I have a reason to go. I have something to look forward to. And then you have memories. You have great memories. You make the memory book. The memory book is amazing. It's $10 to $20. And you have instant memories that the kid remembers forever. I just wanted to... Yeah, right. You have to know the level and where and when. We had families that Nebuch went. The father called me up in Florida in the winter. He said, "We're here for a week. Why did we have to go to Florida? She hasn't come out of her room once to see the sun." Okay, but Baruch Hashem, over time, the right kid, you have to know when. Certainly a lot of kids would go and would go outside. I don't expect them to get up in the morning, but you can do certain things. Now, even if they come out at night, but you're in Jamaica, you're in Puerto Rico, we had a family that went here on a Groupon or a group flight from Google, 2 flights and hotel for 3 days and 2 nights was under $1,000. When you see that, or when someone posts on our chat, Hawaii, $40, go. Just go. Buy it and go. Get out of here. You don't need a 5-star hotel. You know, a 4-star hotel in Hawaii or something like that also can work. But this is what we've been doing constantly. We have a family that came here, Chassidish family. The daughter was completely off the derech. You know what it takes to get in here, unfortunately. Very depressed, black under her eyes, up all night, sleeping during the day, boyfriends, weed, the whole dysfunction. Young girl, 16 years old. And a year later, I've shown you pictures. Beautiful, inside and out. Unbelievable. Frum. She was saying Perek Shira every day, davening Shachris and Mincha. And then she went to Eretz Yisrael, and 2 years later she married a Frum. Now she's just had, by the way, I got a mazel tov. The parents just told me it's already 5 years later, 6 years later. She just had her second kid. Baruch Hashem. I asked them, like, so what did you do? Okay? What they did was, the mother was very, very close to the child. And they went for 8 or 9 or 10-day trips. And after like a week of coming back, she surprised her we're going again. And she went throughout the winter. It was only 5 or 6 trips. By the end of the year, the girl was from. What happens? You come back after spending, if you're close to your parents, like you all should be, like what we're trying to get to, and you come back, you feel so good. When you go on trips with your dysfunctional friends, nothing ever happens, everything gets messed up. Over here, you have a relaxing, wonderful time with your mom, taking pictures, your arm around her. You come back, you're on a high, everything's great. Guess what? Your friends are not that fun anymore. The bench outside seems to be colder and harder. Your friends are saying, oh, we're going to go hang out at the thing, and you're like, you know what, call me if you need anything. Meanwhile, she's home with the big television, relaxing. Everybody's happy. She's relaxed. It takes, 5, 6, 7 days till she's back out on the street. Mother surprises her. Next week or in 10 days, we're going away again. She pulled her out of the street. And the only weapon was the love coming with the fun and amazing stuff. And it worked amazingly. Now, you know what I'm talking about? The girl's amazing. Now, what did it really cost? What did it really cost her compared to any other treatment method that would get rid of depression, drugs, not being from, all encompassing medicine, What did it cost? Bupkis. There's no cheaper way to do it in the world. It's the cheapest method. So the first thing that we have to do is work on our NKN so your kid feels more comfortable with you than anyone else in the world. If you criticize, even b'machshava, in your thought, if you look down at them or judge them even in your thought, they will not want to spend time with you. That's why we tolerate and supply and approve. That's what the world, they drop us. They're like, what? You're okay with that? No, we're not okay with that. We want to fix that. Go around so you're not on camera. We want to fit around the back, yeah? No, that, okay, never mind. I tried. So, right, we want to fix the dysfunction. We want to fix the problem. We want to supply so they feel, oh, I have a mommy and daddy. Typical example, kid smokes, and you buy him a cigarette, you buy him a pack of cigarettes, he's like, I guess somehow they approve of me. Those kids have a much higher chance, kiyadua, we've done this hundreds of times, they end up stopping smoking much faster. So the world looks at us, you're crazy. No, we're not crazy. We have a job to do. I got to be this person's best friend. It's not going to happen if I'm playing mom, playing dad, and looking down and saying, oh, we don't do that, and why are you doing that, and how come you're doing that? You've all tried that. It doesn't work. We're going undercover. Once I'm your best friend, and it's easy to love your kids. It's in the bria that you should love your kids. They're be'etzem, sweet and smart, and they be'etzem want you. She wanted you all along. She wants you, and you want her. So we're ignoring all the difficulties that get in the way, and we're connecting to their nefesh while they're doing bad things. While you're getting this job done, and you're in treatment, they're stealing, they're shoplifting, they're doing. That's why we have to do it faster and more. The opposite of the world. The world says, look, how can I love this kid? He just did this and this. I'm like, wow, that's terrible. We really need to medicate him. Yeah, what medication? Like everyone's like, yeah, where do I send him? No, NKN, higher, another trip, and you'll see, like he's saying over here, this guy realizes it. We need to wake up. Fun heals amazingly. Fun heals. I've seen fun heal almost every problem. Now, if you're in the army and you get shot, I don't think fun's going to work. But for our emotional problems, trauma-based problems, depression, anxiety, how many kids were diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, depression, OCD, even bipolar, who are now off completely medication or much lowered? What was the medicine? Fun. Fun. They will supply the FU, you just got to bring the N. You go out and have a lot of fun with your kids. And don't stop, because you can't overdose on fun. The more you do, the quicker we pull them out. It's not like a vacation once a year. No. We had over here a parent, and they didn't have a lot of money. Really didn't, and we helped them with that also. And he went on a cruise, not the kosher cruise, because if you go on a cruise with a bunch of Jewish people, the kid's going to out of there. Goyish Carnival cruise, which is amazing because the Jewish one probably costs 10 times as much. Goyim, you stay for like a week, it's like $40, you know. And this father, great Mesiras Nefesh, a very, very frum guy, with his Das Torah on board, spoke to his Rav. His daughter was highly suicidal. She tried many times. I could tell you details later, what she did to try to check out of this world. Pikuach Nefesh Mamish. He took her on a Carnival cruise. And you know what he ate for 8 days? The stupid little stuff they give you on the airline. At least you think it's fresh on the airline, but on the boat it's not fresh. It's like 8 days later, his little piece of chicken that came from like a midget chicken farm and a few peas. And that's what he ate. That was his minion. His Rav told him, this is the way you have to save your daughter's life. Pikuach nefesh. And there were shilas along the way that the Rav paskined on, but he did it, and the whole thing was super cheap. The girl is alive. It's many years later. She's alive. So we have to do things that work, and what works is fun. So the fun also creates that your NKN will go up even higher on a deeper level. You could have a great relationship with your kid or a friend. Go on vacation, it's totally different. You create memories. The depth, you put your arm around them. They don't jerk away from you. They start hugging you, and they start letting you in their lives. And the number one thing that happens is exactly what you testified what just happened. They open up. And they start to tell you. And what you did, I don't know if you realize what you did. You know what you did when she opened up? You didn't defend the other side. You proved I'm trustworthy. You do that for a few more years, she's going to really open up and tell you where the boo-boo is. We are breaking statistics. In the world, kids do not tell their parents the stuff that our kids tell parents. Consistently, I get that phone call. Constantly. This is what happened. This is what happened. And it's difficult to tell. And you have to prove your trust. So when she complained about this and that and whatever, you were a great friend. I know that. You didn't defend and say, yeah, but you have to look at the other side. You didn't do any of those mistakes. You felt her pain, and I'm with you. Imai anoichi b'tzara. Imai with an aleph. Her mommy was with her in her pain. She knows that now, and daddy also. And then you're going to get deeper and deeper and rebuild trust, which takes a lot of time, and then it's going to come out. Pop, there it is. And then you're going to start to be able to heal her for the pain that is causing such a wonderful, smart, mature, gewaldige girl to be so broken and so young. And that's what our kids are. Their maturity level is so young. So I agree with this doctor, this wonderful doctor over here. I'm glad that the world is starting to get it. We've been doing this for years with tremendous, tremendous success. Go out and have fun with your kids.